What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Your boy Stu Bangas here. Podcast episode number 3. So, I wanted to touch on a couple things and then we'll get into the questions that were asked during the last episode. Recognize Ali and myself dropped our album Guerilla Dynasty 3. It dropped on March 14th. So, if you haven't heard that yet, make sure you check it out. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you stream with. We got some dope features on there. My homie Afro, the homie Gore-Tex, Lord Goat, my homie Born Unique, the homie Verbal Kent is on there. Cuts by DJ TMB, he's nasty with it. Cuts by Tone Spliff, everyone knows Tone's nasty with the cuts. Yeah, all beats by me, Recognize Ali. I feel like Recognize Ali just keeps getting better and better. And I feel like this is probably our best project we've done together so far. If you want to order CDs or vinyl, we've partnered with 1332 Records for the vinyl. The pre-orders are up on my Bandcamp and at my website. Link will be in the description. CDs will ship mid next month. Vinyls we're shipping out June. Got a limited supply of each. I think we got 100 vinyls in total. We got shirts as well. So, anyways, Guerilla Dynasty 3. I'm happy with the way it came out. Shout out to the DJs supporting it. Muggs spin a couple of joints off it. Eclipse as well. Eclipse always holds it down. Much love, and some other guys too. I don't want to forget anybody, but much appreciated on the support. We got in the vinyls for me and Wordsworth's album. The pre-orders are all shipping out by end of next week. So everyone that pre-ordered, thank you. This is the red. Really like how these turned out. Again, if you want to grab one of these, we've still got a few left at my website. Link is in the description. We've also got a black copy, but I wanted to show you this one. These splatter ones came out really dope in my opinion. They're kind of like a poker chip type thing, you know, to go along with the theme of the project, Two Kings. Shout out to Vince Omega on the artwork. Shout out to my homie Levi at 1332 Records. He's a great guy to partner with. So, anyways, shout out to Wordsworth, killed the album. For those that don't know, we got DV alias Christ, we got Ollie Vegas and Punchline, shout out Punchline in Vegas, Breeze Bruin, John Robinson, C Red, Tech from Smith & Wesson, the homie Tech, Elzai, Master Ace, much respect to the legend Master Ace, and Pav Bundy on the features on that. So shout out to everyone that showed us love and supported helping us getting that album done. Really happy with the way it turned out. So moving right along, I found out and I heard the track that I produced on Vinnie Paz's upcoming album. Always a pleasure to work with Paz. The album drops April 25th. So he got Young Buck featured on the one that I produced, and he sent me the mastered version of it. Oh man, I've been bumping it crazy, like in the whip, at the gym. Because it's just a hard body track. Like, they both fucking killed it, man. And Paz's hook is crazy. I don't want to spoil too much, but I had to talk about it. And, you know, Paz just released the track list for the album, so everyone knows there's a song with Buck. I'm just letting you know I did the beat for it. And I think it is the best song, my favorite song that I've done with Paz. Along with the one we did with Mobb Deep, Duel to the Death, and then the one on the first, the AOTP album I did 2 beats on. The first video they dropped were Paz's verse and Apathy's verse. They all killed it, but those two dudes just murdered it. So this is up there. And then the one with Method Man that we did too. So shout out Paz, that's my brother. Always supporting my beats for over a decade. And he's, in my humble opinion, one of the nastiest MCs. Underground, independent, or major label, period. He's got that voice, and he's always saying something in his bars, and he can do hooks. He's got the it factor. Another project that is almost, I wish I could announce this because we haven't signed the contract yet, but it's been agreed on by all parties. And man, I can't wait to talk about this once I'm able to. I want to shout out my man Art for investing in the project. He Art works for a logistics company distributing and transporting legal cannabis. Great guy, man. I met him through M80, who I've become to have a good relationship with. Shout out to M80 for the plug. Appreciate that, bro. And Art's just like really got me excited with the opportunity, and then the rapper that is going to be on the album. Oh my goodness. I will talk about it when I'm able to, but yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there because of how excited I am about it. All right, moving right along. So the questions that we got on the last episode, we got a few. I'm going to try to get through them. Hopefully you guys find them interesting. If you have questions going forward for the next episode, please put them in the comments in the comments of this video, and I will get to them next episode. First, I wanted to shout out Stephen James Gerbino 6893 and Miguel De Silva 2441. They hit me with some super likes, which involves receiving a little bit of cash, and every bit of support is appreciated. Not just monetarily, you know, everyone commenting and showing love to the beats I post and the you know, stuff on Instagram, everything. It's all appreciated, man, because it all helps out at the end of the day. But it's always extra appreciated when people support with their hard-earned money, because I know how hard it is to make a living. So I want to shout out Stephen James Gerbino 6893. I see you commenting on the YouTube a lot. Also, I appreciate that. And Miguel Da Silva 2441. Thank you guys for the super likes, if you will. Okay, so first question. Are you a fan of other boom bap producers such as Statik Selector, Derringer, and Marco Polo? I mean, yeah, bro. You know, fuck yeah, all three of those dudes are nasty. Statik has some really dope soul beats. I've known Statik. We met way back when because we both were coming up in Massachusetts, and he's fucking killing it, man. He's doing his DJ thing on Shade 45, and then he makes dope beats, man. He's worked with a lot of artists. Yeah, I like his shit, man. Derringer, I feel like, bro, he like created a new sound of beats that a lot of people are mimicking. He's influenced my sound to an extent. I try not to just like make carbon copy Derringer beats because I don't want to do that. I try to differentiate my shit and have my own sound as much as possible. But yeah, the dude influenced some of my shit, man. Some of my stuff. I don't mean to cuss. So yeah, shout out. And he's a cool dude, man. He's showing me love on the social media, and I have to him as well. He showed respect, man. So yeah, I'm a fan of Derringer. Marco Polo, come on, man. He's nasty. His drums are hitting, dude. He's been making beats and performing at a high level longer than I have. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying he's been in the game even longer than me, I feel like. And he's worked, him and Master Ace are killing it, bro. They tour all year round. He's making a good living off this. And then he's just, he's a good dude too. I met him when I was on tour with Apollo Brown. Shout out my bro Apollo Brown. They're actually on tour right now. The tour before that, Apollo brought me with him. It's like a Beat Life tour. And, you know, we played beats all over Europe, and the fans show love. You get to sell your merch, and it's freaking awesome. But I got to meet Marco Polo on that tour when we were opening up for him and Master Ace and Jerry the Damager. Wicked nice dude, man. You know, he was making fun of me for how much I lift weights, but you know, it's whatever, bro. Like, it's cool, man. And yeah, all three of those dudes are nasty. Some other dudes I like, obviously C-Lance. He's my homie, and his drums are hitting. My man Jay DePina from Rhode Island. I mean, he's ridiculous on the chops, bro. And he makes his own samples. His drums always hitting. If you haven't heard of his stuff, check him out. He's on the gram heavy. Obviously, like the legends, like Primo and Alchemist, like those are my goats. Pete Rock. Oh, you know, I could go on forever. But yeah, so those guys, that's what I was specifically asked. And yeah, I'm a fan of all three of those guys, man. What's my favorite piece of Akai equipment? So I've used the 2000 XL. That was my go-to for years. And then I switched over after they started breaking down on me. The MPC One I used for a few years. That's where I did like the Capadonna album with the RJ Payne album on the MPC One. I got that in 2022. It lasted me until this year, or the end of last year, and I ended up, getting a new one. I got an MPC One Plus. I like it, man. I would say the MPC One Plus is probably my favorite. They just keep getting easier and easier to use, easier to chop, way more functions on them, like with the mixing. And you can really just get your shit banging. I hear some people ask, does the sound not as gritty? I don't know. I don't think so, man. I listen to my beats I made on the 2000 XL, and these ones, I like them, if not better, as much. So yeah, MPC One Plus is probably my favorite. I think, shout out to Akai, they followed me on Instagram finally after all these years. I think because I finally cleaned up my background. And Jay DePino knows them. He shouted me out to them. So they've been posting some of my beat videos. So shout out Akai, man. I mean, they make the best products, let's be honest. For my personal opinion. There could spark a debate there, but that's how I feel. All right, moving right along. Apathy and Diabolic Sleeper Cell album. So no, bro. Apathy's my brother, man. Like, he's my friend in real life. We did an album together. We've talked about doing another one. If I need a verse for a song and I know he would sound good on it, he always holds me down, and we trade. And he's my bro. Like, we talk probably like a couple times a month. Self as well. Self is, goes MIA sometimes, but they're just good dudes, man, and nasty rappers. But Diabolic, no, bro. Quick story. So, I mean, I never met the guy, but online, just like a rude individual, man. I'll tell you a story. I was, on the Gmail, on the chat. Back in the day, you could chat with people. If you had emailed back and forth, you could chat. He had said something like he was asking me for beats, and I didn't send them when he wanted me to. Or I was like, yeah, I'll send some. And I didn't, it's not, I think I was going to. I mean, he can rap. He's a good rapper. But I didn't send the beats to his liking, like it was when he wanted me to. It's been a while, but I still have the thing saved. Like, you can see the old chats. He had wrote me back like, send all your beats now in capital letters. And like, I don't even know this guy, bro. Like, so I was just like, fuck off, dude. So, I blocked him on everything, I think. And then I just heard he was like running his mouth about me online, like talking crap. It's like, whatever, dude. Like, grow up, man. Like, we're grown men here, man. You know what I mean? And then I got into it with that dude, Johnny Slash, who's his homie. He had made a post on Instagram making fun of me with something, and I called him out on it in the DMs. We started going back and forth. And he's just like, I don't like the dude's attitude, man. Not saying anything about his beat making skills, just a punk, bro. Like, and I told him, like, if I see you in person, bro, you won't keep the same energy. Like, you won't, bro. It wouldn't end well for you, and I don't think you would even attempt to. And then he hit up Diabolic and said I was threatening him. Well, I think I was. I was like, I'll slap the shit out of you when I see you. Because I would, bro. And he would do nothing about it except cry or call the cops. And he and I both know it. So it's just the truth, man. And, he's like calling me like Steroid Bangers. And, I get that all the time. People talking shit. Oh, because I like to lift weights, whatever, bro. And then, but I think he went crying about it to Diabolic. Diabolic hit me up, was like, come meet me on the highway from New York to Massachusetts. Like, no, dude, get a life, man. If you want to come down here to Massachusetts, come to Massachusetts, tell me when you're here, and we'll meet up. That's an open invite to you, too, man. So, yeah, no way. Would never work with that guy. And then I heard he went crying about it to one of our mutual friends. I'm not going to say who. Like, an acquaintance. He's my friend, and the guy told me, you said you're threatening his friend. I was like, get a life, man. Seriously. And I'm not the only dude that doesn't like this dude. It's just like, he's just a punk, man. So yeah, enough said. When and how did I get started making beats? Oh, jeez. Started in I got an MPC 2000 XL in 99 or 2000 and learned how to chop samples. My homie Gorbachops from Guns and Butter taught me how to chop samples. And then, yeah, so that's how I first started out DJing. I got a pair of Techniques. I saved up with a summer job, construction job I was doing, and bought Techniques. And I was getting nice with a DJ. And one of my homies in college at the time taught me how to blend and how to cut and how to juggle. And then, but then I transitioned to making beats, and I never really kept with the DJing. So yeah, since like 99, 2000. Final Expenses too. Hey man, you never know. Gore's a busy dude. We're still in touch. We've talked about reissuing the CD from Final Expenses 1 and maybe the vinyl, like doing a repress. Because I get a lot of people hitting me up like, I didn't get a copy of it, I want to get one. So we've talked about doing that, but we got to get something with the art we need to get retouched up from the first one. And I think we are not in contact with the guy that did the art on the first one. But we've talked about doing a second one. You know, if I would say never, man, and it's a possibility. We've definitely discussed doing it. So shout out Gore, man. He's a good dude, man. He's on the Ali album. Always love working with Lord Goat, man. And then Blizz from Juice. I would work with him, bro. Like, he's dope. That's for those don't know, that's Gore's homie. I've heard him on joints that he did that with us that I did the beat for. Wicked good dude, man, and he can spit. So yeah, man, I would work with Blizz from Juice if he wanted to. Next question was, how did working with AOTP come to be? So I met Reef the Lost Cause, shout out Reef, in Boston. He was doing a show with Leeds and at Middle East in Cambridge, and I was like, yeah, I want to get a verse from you. So, you know, I paid him for a feature, got him on one of my beats, and then it was like, yeah, let's do an album, bro. So then, because the chemistry was there, we felt like we liked the way it turned out, and we handled the business. You know, I always try to handle my business the right way, as best I can, and that went well. Did the album. It was myself and Guns and Butter, Skrilla from Guns and Butter. So then Paz heard the album and he put it out on Enemy Soil. And then that kind of led to me connecting with Paz, started working with him. I had also been working with Esso, he's from Massachusetts as well. And I think he had heard me working with Reef. He asked me, do I want to do the album with him, Machete Mode. So then one thing leads to another. We shot the video for The Danger. We went to Philly and shot it out there. Yeah, with all the AOTP guys, man. They're all cool dudes, man. You know, Self, Esso, App. Paz is like probably my closest, he is my closest friend. One of my closest friends, period. And like a mentor of sorts, you know. So that's how it kind of started, from working with Reef, and then it went to working with Esso, and then, yeah, to working with Paz, man. So yeah. Some rappers I would like to work with. Este Knack, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's from Lynn, Massachusetts, which is not far from me. I've reached out to him, but he's a busy guy. He just dropped that song or two with West Side Gun. Really dope. He's a great rapper, dude. I've been a fan of his for years. We've never actually worked together. I would love to do something with him. Daniel's son, he's dope, man. I reached out to him in the past, and then we never connected. He's doing his thing, you know what I mean? It's not like he needs me or anything. It's just dudes that I want to work with. But I've started working on some stuff with Born Unique, and he told me he was going to get Daniel's son along. I was like, oh, that's dope, dude, because I've been a fan of his for a while, man. I really would like to work with him. Obviously, like the Griselda dudes, I still remember Conway posted a video of one of the beats I did for Sean Price and Illa-G, and he was like bumping his head to it in the video. He's like, this is crazy. And I was like, oh, bro, what's up? You know, like, let's work, man. But, you know, I haven't been able to connect the dots. Like, I'm not talking about like buying a verse off these guys. You know, everyone is on their featured run. I'm talking about I want to like work. These are dudes I want to work with, like build with, you know. The rapper that I talked about earlier, that this secret rapper we got a project that's going to come out because we got an investor. Shout out to Art again from Logistics, Q&A Logistics. That's going to be a box checked off, like a life goal, but I can't say who it is yet. but I'm freaking excited about it. So yeah, you know, dudes like that, Estee Knack, Danielson, Conway especially. Um, but yeah, dude, if someone's dope, man, I'm down to work, man. If we could try to build and make noise together, I'm not like a snob when it comes to that, you know. But yeah, if we can handle the business appropriately and get it done, if someone's dope, man, I'm down to work, man. You know what I mean? And I think if you ask anyone I work with, I don't half-ass. I don't phone anything in. So yeah, that's how I feel about that. How do I track my beats out? Well, obviously I track them out. So I'll set up a program in MPC One Plus, drums, kick, snare, hi-hat, or just a drum break, bass, chops, samples, effects. So I got all the tracks tracked out on here, make the beat, and then I like to dump into Pro Tools, and I can mix in Pro Tools with my eyes closed, the beats. I'll replicate all the tracks in Pro Tools, throw it in there. One thing I like about the MPC One Plus and the MPC One are some of the plugins in here for the compression, the EQ, the filtering, the reverb. I'll use some of the stuff in here, and then there's a couple plugins I really like in Pro Tools that I'll add to the master track or a submix into the master track, and then sometimes I'll throw some of the plugins in Pro Tools onto the drums or the sample as well, depending on how it sounds. So that's my process with that. Which MC has impressed me the most on my beats? Oh, bro, I don't know, man. Probably Paz, man. Paz and like Chino XL. I don't know, man. I can't. And Sean P. Man, rest in peace, Sean Price. I don't know. It's so many nasty rappers out there. I've been blessed to work with a lot of good dudes. Oh, man. So then another thing I wanted to talk about was Bernadette and myself did a joint. And I found out she was just shooting a video for her project. I'm excited about that, man, because the track's banging. It's a beat I always liked. So shout out Bernadette Price. And we're working on some other stuff too. Talk about the album with Chino XL, the making of it. Do we have unreleased material? Yeah, so man, me and Chino, I've known him since like 2008 or something. I did a beat on his album, Reconstruction, and called Not Too Late. It's like a rock sample, hard drums, bass, He killed it. We were friends since then. He's the one that told me when Sean Price passed. He called me and told me. And I was like, oh, fuck, man. What the fuck? I remember where I was. It was when I was living in Quincy, Massachusetts. I was at the deli. Ugh. But yeah, and then it was just like we worked on stuff all the time. Like he jumped on the Danger remix with Esso and Sean P and Paz. And then we did some other stuff, like a couple singles. The names are escaping me right now, but just Miracle's Opposite was one of them. And then we had like 4 joints like in the cut, like, because we have been working on stuff, like we have been talking about doing an album like over 10 years ago. And we had like 4 or 5 songs laying in the cut that he just killed. And then finally it was like, when did we put that album out? 2 years ago? Like 3 years ago, I was like, yo, let's just get this thing done, bro. We got some investment to get the album done, like studio time, to pay for the studio time, put some money in Chino's pocket so he was able to work. If you got to take time to work on a project, you need money to get you through that month, usually. You know what I mean? So you got to pay your bills every month. If we're doing this full time, like a lot of us are, it's like you got to make money, bro. So I got him some dough, and then when he finished it, got him the rest of it, and then and then he handled everything. DJ Rome's mixed it, did cuts on it as well. Shout out DJ Rome's, he's a really talented dude. I really like the way the album turned out. Really, really grimy, gritty. The mixes too, and then it came out. And we got a good response on it, man. I remember Ice-T shouted it out, man. They posted about it on his Twitter, I think it was. I got it pinned on my Instagram because it's like, bro, Ice-T's talking about a record? Like, I mean, of course, that's Chino that had that plug. I think he was playing on the album in his car. Like, But he added me on it, and it's like, bro, like everyone knows. My parents know who Ice-T is. Like, he's on Law and Order. He's a freaking legend, man. Even aside from the music. So that was sick. And then, yeah, man, we do have unreleased material. Like I said, so we had been doing stuff over 10 years ago. Some of those songs didn't make the album. We had started working on a second project, and before he passed away, and we had done a song for the project for that. But bro, things are so messy with that whole situation with, like, I don't even want to get into it. So I don't know what's going to happen with this stuff. You know what I mean? All I know is they hit me up like, how much money have you guys made off this album? I got receipts for everything, literally everything. And as far as I know, they're happy with that. Once we get to a certain point with how much money it's made, then it gets split 50-50 with his estate and myself. But it's really messy, bro. I see what happens online. I'm staying out of it, man. Like, it's none of my business anyways. He was a good dude, man. He was always mad cool to me, man. And his talent level was ridiculous, as everyone knows. So yeah. Someone asked me, I got 3 more questions for you. Who does my artwork? My man Vince Omega does the bulk of my artwork. He's from France. On Instagram at Vinzomega. Vince Omega. He did that Black Poet Society one right here. He did the Beat Punisher. He did The Bad and the Ugly. Death Wish Part 2. Death Wish 1. He didn't do that. Chris Murray did that one. The Watson Holmes. Rest in peace, Blackistan. And then, yeah, man. So that's mostly I've been working with Vince Omega. He's a good dude too. I met him when I was on tour. He's from France, so I got to meet him when I was on tour with Apollo. So great dude. Chris Murray's a really talented dude too, man. Ridiculous. I mean, just ridiculous. Their talent. My thoughts on the MPC 2000 XL and the One Plus. I kind of touched on that already. Akai just keeps getting better and better in my opinion. So yeah, I'm loving the MPC One Plus. I got the red and black one. It's just a sick piece of equipment, man. I love the 2000 XL, but it's like I would never go back to it now because of how far they've come. But I still got one. I got a gray one. I sold my blue one to my homie Kyriakos Corbez. I think I said that right. He supports everything I drop. One of the best fans you could have. He bought the one I made Cannibal Hulk with, so I sold that, but I still got a gray one. But I'll never go back to using it, I don't think, because I love the one and I love the One Plus. What is my training split like? I do like a bro split, man. Just, arms, chest, legs. I do legs all. I don't split up quads and hammies. Legs all one day. Shoulders, back. Take a rest day. Repeat. The older you get too, man, I'm doing cardio all the time. I'm trying to stay leaner these days. I mean, I want to add muscle, but I got to be careful, man. I'm in my 40s, my mid 40s, so it's like, how big am I really going to get? Like, do I really want to keep getting bigger? Like, I got to, I get my blood work checked, check on my heart, so I got to be careful with that. Like, I'm in good shape, knock on wood, right now. But yeah, my training split, I split it up by body part. I do cardio every day. Or I'll do the elliptical, or I'll hit the heavy bag. I've still been bouncing for extra income, and it's at a bar like outside of Brockton, Massachusetts. There's not really any super tough guys that come in there, but I mean, I've been in a few fights in the last 6 months. The dudes get drunk and then they want to some of them want to throw down. So it's like, you got to have your cardio up to speed. And I like hitting the heavy bag too. It relieves a lot of stress, and I can work on my technique. So I'm not saying I'm like freaking Mike Tyson or like Floyd Mayweather, but I can handle myself. So, but yeah, that's it, man. So yo, shout out everyone supporting. Check the link in the bio if you want to cop any vinyl, CDs, merch, or my Patreon page link and my Bandcamp link will be in there as well. Please get in more questions. Thank you for all the questions, guys. Anyone that wants to throw the super likes, I will shout you out. That was Stephen James Garbino, 6893, and Miguel Da Silva, 2441. I'm going to be doing these podcasts. I was thinking every week, but now I'm thinking every 2 weeks. So stay tuned for the next one. And thank you, everyone, supporting myself, supporting Young Bangers. Much love, man. Y'all be good. Have a good rest of the week. Peace.